Lahren. Tomi, look, the people of California going to that poor UCLA grad student who was murdered, they vote for leftists that create policies that allow things like this to happen. When are the people of California going to wake up and stop voting in these people?
Well, listen, Todd, every bad idea of at least the last 5 years has originated in either California or New York, and that's no coincidence. Those two states also provide a perfect example of what happens when you allow one-party Democrat rule, and it's a case study and a cautionary tale, and it's especially when you look at the lawlessness and the soft on crime, soft on criminals, soft on thug policies that are formed and fomented in both those states. You know, I lived in California for several years, and I saw this firsthand. I decided to leave the state when I realized that some of its residents seemed more startled by seeing a conservative like myself in the flesh than they were seeing an addict light up a pipe in a yogurt land. I also saw that firsthand.
So we back yet again with Tomi Lahren. And what was really funny about, this segment, well, I'm going to play a little bit more after this, but what was really funny is how she immediately jumped into saying that in the last 5 years, all of the bad policies came from California and New York. So none of the 48 other states had anything to do with any bad policy. I mean, that's like a very kindergarten statement to make, and you're on national television and you're supposed to be some type of a political analyst. So first there's that. And then, of course, the host and her had nothing to offer in terms of policies that could actually make a difference in terms of lowering the crime rates, because that's what Republicans always do. We know that Bill Clinton passed a crime bill and the 3 strikes law. However, the Republican Party has since doubled and tripled and quadrupled down on making everything more harsh and punishment instead of reformation. So we're going to look at a little bit more at this clip and we'll come back.
But as you said, Todd, if the people of California and New York want to make changes, they have to start with the way that they vote. Nothing is going to change until you decide to vote for either moderate Democrats who believe in law and order and protecting decent people, or you vote for Republicans that I know are certainly about law and order and protecting and preserving the rights of law-abiding Americans in their cities and their states.
Yeah, but Tomi, why are you pretending like all of New York and California is just totally ran by progressives up and down? Like there aren't Republican districts spread throughout both of those states. And not just that, but also look who just won mayor of NYC. He's not progressive. Andrew Cuomo, not progressive. He just got kicked out of office. So, first and foremost, there's that. But then again, she just relocates back to moderate Democrats and Republicans. And again, what does that really mean? People who are going to put their foot down and increase punishment, the culture of punishment, throw them away. If they cause any type of nuisance to white America at large, throw them away. If they're poor and they get caught stealing something, throw them away. If they're selling drugs, maybe just a little bit of weed, throw them away. How many people are still locked up in prison just for little petty crimes who live in minority community areas? And this is generally how people outside of these communities think about these communities, is they think, oh, it's just a bunch of thugs in there running around and going crazy and hurting everybody. No, you know what I'm saying? So again, at no point did Tomi Lahren say anything about policy whatsoever. She had no policy positions other than vote for a Republican or a Democrat that's moderate. And if you do that, then we're going to crack down on crime. This has been more of Tomi Lahren's nonsense.